Hey, what is going on, everybody? Boilon back for another video update here on Marvel Strike Force today because we were kind of waiting around for this big bombshell news that was coming to the game. Some envoys were talking about it, and lo and behold, well, it came here, and I guess we got to pour one out for Battleworld because it is being canned for right now. And I'm not surprised in the slightest. Basically, TLDR is that they can't fix it, right? Because tomorrow I think we have to read it together. I'm pretty sure there's still null tomorrow, but they haven't been able to fix the problems with it. The exploits that have been going on for the last couple of weeks. I kind of had a feeling that it was headed this way because the leaderboard, right? It ends. It was only a 1 week long thing. And I had this weird suspicion that, it just was not going to happen again next week. Looks like that is the case. We're going to be reading the news together and dismantling it a little bit and kind of seeing what's there. So if you're ready to go, let's boil this down. Okay, actually, you know what? I'm going to go into full screen mode for this. Let's go into full screen mode. So we're going to be talking about this together. This is the update to it was a 2-page thing. We have a couple of images to go through. So an update on Battleworld. First and foremost, we want to extend a thank you to everyone who has shared their thoughts and feedback on the Battleworld game mode during the preseason test period. Since its launch, your input has been invaluable in helping us shape this exciting addition to MSF. After carefully reviewing community feedback and conducting our own evaluations, we've made the decision to temporarily pause Battleworld to implement key improvements. What's next for Battleworld? The Battleworld preseason and upcoming sieges will conclude on December the 8th, which is on Sunday, so we will get to do Knull for one last time, but it's most likely going to be broken, so take it for what it is. If you want to exploit it using the methods, go for it. I guess go nuts or don't do anything. I guess that's also entirely up to you. Following this, Battleworld activity will take a short break until early next year, so, right, subject to change. We don't know. This pause will allow us to make enhancements that align with the community suggestions and ensure the mode is as engaging and enjoyable as possible upon its return. The preseason achieved its goal of gathering your valuable feedback, which has been critical. I think I cut some stuff off there. But TLDR is that they just can't do both at the same time. Because, I talked to a lot of people and they were, why can they not work on it while we're still playing it? And I think the easiest answer is that they can't. There's some, it's the way that the test server works is basically that it's somewhat aligned. And I don't think that they could make changes in the back end to Battleworld at the same time as it's live in the game without, screwing up what's already in the game, if that makes any sense. Like, they just can't do that. And so that's why they kind of have to bring it down, work on it, at their own pace or whatever, on their end to be able to bring it back up later. Let's go on to the next one here. What updates are coming? We're excited about Battleworld's potential and are prioritizing improvements in response to your feedback. Specifically, we're focusing on reducing coordination challenges for alliances. Now, I think that this is in response to Spec Ops, primarily. Spec Ops was hot garbage. There was absolutely no reason to do it. In fact, after they made the adjustments to the victory points for Knull, it was essentially, you got 20,000-ish VP for the entire week. You could get that with a couple of percentage points damage to Knull, depending on what difficulty you're at. So it really made no sense to do it at all. Right? It was flat garbage. Other than the milestone that ran for the Alliance space thing, there was no reason to do it. Ensuring Battleworld is a great use of your playtime. There has been a lot of concern that this was essentially just a raids 2.0, essentially, by, for lack of better words, is that it wasn't really that enjoyable. The enemies on the nodes were pretty dull for the most part, and it just felt running a gauntlet for gauntlet's sake, and it just wasn't really fun. Making participation more accessible for smaller alliances. This part, maybe you'd have to watch an Envoys video on this. I'm not really sure what the intent is. I felt that, progressing in Battleworld was not very oppressive, that you could do this with like half an alliance, to be honest, to get from one zone to the next. So I didn't really think that part was that big of a deal. So I'm not sure what this is alluding to necessarily. We'll be actively collaborating with the player council and the envoys because they know how to change the game to address these areas while amplifying the elements you've told us you enjoy most. What about your Battleworld credits? During the pause, the Battleworld store will remain available, allowing you to spend any Battleworld credits you've earned. Additionally, there may be opportunities to earn Battleworld credits through upcoming events, even while the mode is on break. Details will be shared in future blogs. So this is a pretty big concern that I have because we have characters that are made farmable in the Battleworld store. We have Thanos Endgame, we have Hank Pym specifically, and then recently, they've added back in the Orcus characters into the Battleworld store temporarily until they're made available elsewhere next month. So there's a lot of stuff a lot of people that are in there. Not to mention the purple ISO crystals, which nobody should be buying anyways. The rates were flat out garbage, but nonetheless, like there's these things in here, and they need to either move them out to somewhere else, or they need to give Battle World credits in events or something that is, on par with maybe what we would have been getting in Battle World to continue getting shards for these characters. So that's my number one concern actually, is what they're going to be doing with these characters. Now, what about Astral and their awakened abilities? Because of the extra power the Astral team gets in war when you unlock their awakened abilities, we are adding awakened abilities of Ancient One, Emma Frost, Doctor Strange, and Moondragon in upcoming events. So I guess that's if you have not been able to finish off their passive and things like that, they're going to be able to get them in other ways in other places. So that's good. I'm almost finished these anyways, but for other players, it's nice. What about Purple ISO? We understand that Purple ISO 8 is a significant part of Battleworld rewards. So while Battleworld is on pause, we will add Purple ISO 8 to War rewards. No, that's crap because I hate War, but it is what it is. I guess they're going to be doing it into the War win and loss rewards. Be on the lookout for these changes soon. And Knull. We know that Knull has been a highly anticipated addition to rosters everywhere, and we're keeping that excitement top of mind. When Battleworld returns, we're planning ways to make up for the downtime with increased Knull Shard rewards or other opportunities to help you unlock the King in Black. They did say that in 2025 that they were going to increase shards for him, so I guess that's what they meant. Maybe they already knew what was coming. Maybe they knew that it was going to be coming down, and they just let it run for a couple of weeks. Who knows? We're confident that these improvements during the Battleworld pause will make Battleworld a stronger, more enjoyable experience for all players. Stay tuned for updates on its return early next year. Thank you for being a vital part of the MSF community, and we can't wait to share with you what's next. Not surprised in the least. It just has not been something that people have really enjoyed lately. It's honestly felt like a massive chore. That's a word that I've been hearing throwing around a lot. So this does not come to a surprise at all, right? I guess this means that I don't know if the timeline for Knull is going to be the same. I don't know if it matters. Again, these are the kinds of things that we're going to be missing out on because My Alliance actually does get to the end. We get to like tier 13 or 14 every week. So the Battle World credits, the Purple Ice is not a lot. And I guess the rest of the ability material for Emma Frost, at least I should be able to finish this off this week, but maybe not everyone else will. And also, I guess with the store, right? That is my biggest concern. And so let me know if maybe one of the other envoys talked about it and I didn't really know. But based on the text that I'm reading, like what's happening to these other characters, because we're eventually going to run out of Battle World credits. So what happens then, right? Are these characters going to be moved elsewhere? Are there going to be more shards for these specific characters like Thanos and Hank Pym and whoever else goes permanent into that store? Are they going to be made more available, or are we just fucked for a month? Like, I don't know what's going to happen. So let me know what your thoughts are in this update below, in the comments down below about this update. Again, not really surprised. I'm kind of laughing inside a little bit. I'm kind of tired too, which is why I'm not laughing more. But, at least we'll be able to claw back some time for a month. And I hope that when they do bring it back, that it actually is worth playing. Because otherwise, what we've had so far to do just has not met my expectations at all. That's going to be the end of this update video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below and have a great weekend. Boilon signing out.